Hi, welcome, welcome, welcome to the Abyss Tarot T.A.T. Today's pick a card is going to be what would their first thoughts of you be after not seeing you in a long time. So this is kind of directing more towards like an ex that you haven't seen in a long time, and what would their first thoughts and impressions be of seeing you. And I got it more as if like they saw you like at the grocery store. Like in my head, I was seeing it more of like you being in the grocery store in the produce section doing your shopping, and then they see you, and it's like what would they first think of you, what would be those first thoughts. Okay, so anyway, so let's go ahead and take a look at the pile. So for pile one, we have the apple. Okay, pile one is an apple. Pile two is the peach. Pile two is the peach. Ooh, doesn't want to stay. Pile three is the pumpkin. Pile three is a pumpkin. And pile four is the cabbage. Okay, pile four is cabbage. Okay, so go ahead, take a look at the piles. If you feel called to pick more than one pile, go right ahead. Timestamps will be down below, and I'll see you at your reading. Bye. Hi, welcome, welcome, welcome. So for those of you who chose pile number one, the apple, I always like to associate the piles with an element. And so for this pile, I've associated it with water. So you could be Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, or this person here we are talking about could be a water sign. But honestly, I'm getting that you might be the water sign. I'm not sure, but I'm getting that feeling. And I feel like this person might be an earth sign or an air sign, okay? And we do have the Magician here in the reverse, so that is air, Gemini energy, okay? But anyway, so we have some cards pulled here. We're going to pull a few more as we go along. But what I'm getting at this person, if they saw you at the store for the first time, and they saw you in the produce section getting your apples, I feel like the first thing they would want to, the first thing that would come to their mind is they wouldn't want you to see them. They wouldn't want you to notice them. Like they would spot you, and they would hope that you wouldn't like look over at them. It's almost like they would want you to be off, like distracted or picking your produce or something like that, and you wouldn't like look at them. Okay, I'm also getting that this person, being that we do have the Magician in the reverse, this person was probably like a manipulator, a liar, a cheater. And then we have the Eight of Wands next to it. I also feel like this person maybe had the gift of the gab, so they were able to to talk their way into things and talk their way out of things and things like that. But I do feel like them seeing you, I hear the first card was the Ace of Cups in the reverse. Like them seeing you, it's like there's no love there for you. Like those feelings, they would see you and not have those feelings for you anymore. I'm also, for some reason, heavy getting that they would feel something about your clothes was off, or you were dressed like maybe in pajamas, or I'm also getting shoes heavily. So maybe you're a shoe person or they're a shoe person, but I get the feeling of them almost looking at you and being like, pile one shoes are off. Like their shoes are off. That's not their shoes, or that's not the kind of shoes they wear. Something off, like them feeling something about your shoes being off, because again, maybe you're a shoe person or they're a shoe person. We do have the Four of Cups here, and then here we do have the Four of Pentacles. So we do have two fours here. We have earth and water. And in this four of chalices, this Four of Cups, look at the guy. He's like, sitting in front of the TV with his bag of chips and his shirt all dirty, and he's just sitting there, right? He's just sitting there watching TV, eating his snack, and he's looking all frumpy, and he has his drink on the floor. He has his noodles on the floor. He's just like being kind of like frumpy, kind of lazy, and I feel like they would look at you and again get this feeling of like your clothes being off. We also have the Knave of Chalices here, and he's like in the desert. Look, he's like in the desert, almost like looking for water, right? But look at his freaking clothes. He's dressed in winter gear. I mean, it's like, oh my gosh, it's like over 100 degrees outside, and you're in winter gear. Like, come on. So again, with these two cards here, I feel like they would look at you and be like, your clothes is off, pile one, or your shoes are off. Like they're just looking at you like, you're just off. But again, I do feel like them wanting you to not look over at them and not notice them. We do have the King of Swords here. And again, I do feel like this is somebody, looking at you and thinking, oh, I don't feel for them like that anymore. I don't see them like that anymore. We do have the Four of Pentacles here. So maybe they were holding on to feelings like that, or wanting to see you, or maybe they thought they were going to, like, even almost, I get this feeling of like blush if they saw you again, or feel like a nervousness if they saw you again. But it's almost like seeing you again would be like, huh, it wasn't what I thought it was going to be. I didn't get those feelings I thought I was going to get. I didn't feel the butterflies I thought I'd feel again seeing them. Okay. And again, we do have the Magician in the reverse with the Eight of Wands. I feel like they would want to, have this interaction be quick and over with, especially with the King of Swords here. I do feel like if you were to go over to them or look at them, and they'd want to be like, I just want to get this done and over with, like, hi, how are you, goodbye, like that type of thing. Like, it would just, they would want to be quick about it. They wouldn't want to, put too much time into this interaction, is what I'm feeling. Yeah, but I am feeling them. I don't know why I'm getting them criticizing you. So that's what I'm kind of getting, Earth too. And we do have the Four of Pentacles here, right, Earth? But I am getting them kind of like criticizing your look. Maybe, again, your clothes, your shoes, or just your look changed. Maybe you changed your hair color. Maybe you lost weight. Maybe you gained weight, whatever it is. But there's something here where they're kind of being critical about your look. All right, let me get some cards. Let me get from these vegetable cards that I have, like, since we are in the produce section. Oh, look at this. And we have the Seven of Clubs here in the reverse. Interesting. Okay, and then we have the Queen of Clubs. Is this the reverse? No, it's in the upright. Oh my gosh. I can't even think of this freaking vegetable's name. Oh my gosh, I'm like blank on it. Okay, I am blank. And I know it too. Come on. Oh, artichoke, right? Isn't it? Is it? Oh my gosh, I'm blank on it right now. But we do have the Queen of Clubs here. So they do find you attractive. They do find you to be somebody beautiful. But again, I feel like those feelings aren't invested in you anymore. But they do see you as, again, somebody that is, attractive. And then we have, look, we have the tomato here, the Six of Clubs in the reverse. What? And then we have the Eight of Spades, the cake in the reverse. What? Okay, we have the Six of Clubs in the reverse. And the Eight of Clubs in the reverse. Yeah, so I feel like this person already moved on. Like, they already moved on. Like, they might be in a relationship with somebody else. So again, that's probably why the emotions are disconnected from you. But they do find you to be very attractive still. But it's just, they just don't see you like that anymore. Okay, let me get one of these. Oh, the heck. And we have strategy. Have a game plan, implement daily routines that support your goals, and be clear about your desires. Okay, so this is kind of interesting. I feel almost kind of like be ready. Like, this is a card of like almost be ready, be dressed to the nine, like be you know what I mean? I don't know. This is card number 14, breaking down to a 5, changes, choices, and challenges. So kind of be ready, right? It's just kind of like, because I do feel like they would catch you off guard or by surprise to kind of like run into them again. You're at the grocery store, picking out your produce, picking out your apples, and you're maybe not, dressed your best, and then you just, ran into the store. Like me, I run into the store almost daily. I run in and out just to get what I need. And a lot of times I'm in my chanclas, okay? A lot of times, 99% of the time, I'm just in my chanclas and my hair in a bun. So, and I just run in and out. So I do kind of get this feeling with you that, you'd probably like run in and out for something. And then that's when they catch you. And doesn't it always happen like that with people? Like, it's at the time when you're just like looking a mess that you run into them. You're like, oh no, let me hide, you know? But let's see. Anything else? Okay. We have 26 breaking down to an 8. It says back together. reunited, good chance of getting back together, are back together, and things flowing well again. Yeah, so I do feel like, again, this is maybe a thought that they at one time had, or that you at one time had, but I do feel like the time has passed, or the moment has passed, and I do feel like with these cards here, this person has moved on. This person has found somebody else, but we do have the four of coins here, the four of pentacles. So I do feel like either you were holding on to hope, or this person was still holding on to hope, but then it's kind of like, well, the moment passed and it's like they moved on, or you moved on. Okay, let me get one more, please. Okay, blast from the past. 60 breaking down to a 6. Okay, someone or something, a situation from the past returns, nostalgia out of the blue, and old or older. Yep, exactly. This It's so funny, right? And then it is the card 60 breaking down to a 6. So again, moving on, right? We do have the 6 of clubs here. It's like moving on. And then all of a sudden you run into each other and there's like that blast from the past. Okay. A situation from the past returns. Yeah. So that would be very interesting. Okay. Let me get you one of these from my dream discernment deck. And I think that will be it for you. Pile 1. Okay, pile 1. Let me get 3 for pile 1, please. Okay, there's 1 there. 2. 1 more, please. 1 more. 1 more. Ooh. Okay. So the first one is number 6. 6 again. Okay, so you already have 3 6s here. 666. Which is about finding new connections and new people to connect with on your journey. So again, it's like moving on, right? It's like you've moved on, or they've moved on. You moved on from each other, but it's like that running into each other, but it's like the feelings aren't there. Okay, so we do have fish here. It says abundance is coming. Are you ready and open to receive? Okay, so they might have more money, or you might have more money. They might, again, something about you looks different, or maybe they might look different, you know. Okay, we have 56 with bridge. 2 things are coming together. Do you know what they are? Oh my goodness. Oh, would it be you and them coming together, right, from that blast from the past? And then we do have back together here. So maybe they would think that you would want to be back with them. Because again, I do feel almost like they're looking at you, or they would look at you and think, oh, they want me back, or they're still holding on to feelings for me with this four of pentacles here. It's like those holding on, right, not wanting to let go. So I feel like this person would probably think that with this back together and this bridge card, that you would want them back. That's definitely what I'm getting here. Like they feel like you would see them and then want them back, and they're like, I don't want, excuse me, I don't want to, because I already moved on. And then we have 44 here with tarot cards. Are you worried about the future and not enjoying life in the present moment? So it kind of, again, makes me think of that blast from the past, worrying about the future, worrying, where is this going? Where am I going? Where am I headed in life? And you're not enjoying the present moment. So again, I do feel like this person maybe has an ego on them, okay? And they would feel like, oh my gosh, pile 1's gonna want my number again, or they're gonna want to reconnect again, or they're gonna want to go out for coffee, or they're gonna want to go out with me. It's almost like, again, I feel like they would see you and want you to kind of like not notice them. They would want you to kind of be like, oh, I hope pile 1 doesn't see me, and they just keep doing their shopping and doesn't look at me. Because again, it's almost like they're feeling like you would want them back. Like maybe they feel like you would look at them and be like, oh, they look nice, they look money, right? Because here's with the abundance card with the fish, that you would look at them and be like, oh, they're dressed nice, they look nice, maybe they have money, maybe they're in a better situation, maybe life has gotten better for them, let me reconnect with them, you know. So I do feel like this person feels like if they ran into you, you would want them back. You'd still be holding on, but it seems like they were like, well, I already let go, I've already moved on. But I think it's just their ego talking. Okay, pile one, that's all I have for you. I hope this message resonates, and I'll talk to you later. Bye. Hi, welcome, welcome, welcome. So for those of you who chose pile number two, the peach, I always like to associate the piles with an element. And so for this pile, I've associated it with fire. So you could be an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, okay? Or this person could be a fire sign. Now I do have some cards pulled here for you. We're going to pull a few more as we go along. But what I'm getting for you already, pile two, is that it's like your reading is the opposite of pile one. So pile one's reading is that if the person saw them, they would think that pile one wanted them back. Like they would think, pile one wants me back, and I've already moved on. But for you, I feel it's the opposite. If your person saw you, your ex person saw you, they would want you back and think that you moved on. You know what I mean? So it's the opposite here. It's like switched around. We do have the world as the first card in the reverse, and I do feel like this person might still have feelings for you. Also, I feel like this could have really hurt them. Like maybe you broke up with them and it really hurt them, like it really broke their heart, like it really affected them, and it's been very difficult to move on. We do have temperance over here as the last card, which is very interesting because I feel like after all this time, now they're starting to heal, now they're starting to feel more balanced, now they're starting to feel more themselves, and then here they go and then they run into you and it's kind of like, ah, shit, it all goes out the window again. You know what I mean? So I do get that kind of feeling. We do have the Five of Wands here and then the Five of Cups together. So these two cards came out together from this deck over here, from the horror deck. So, there was a lot of challenges here. It's probably a lot of fights, a lot of arguments. And again, I do feel like a lot of discussions over like, this isn't working, I'm not happy, it's just da da da. Maybe you were the one saying that, and they were like, no, no, we can work it out, we can still work it out. And it was just like, you just weren't trying to do this anymore. I do feel like their first thought of you would be that you look really good, really put together. I'm even feeling like a feeling of like lost weight. So maybe they lost weight or you lost weight, but I'm getting this feeling of like somebody looking like they weigh less. Okay, somebody sized down. They went down some sizes. And we do have the Chariot here, Cancer energy, next to the Six of Swords. So I definitely feel like they would feel like you moved on from them, like you moved on, like you look good. I do feel like here with this Ten of Pentacles, they would see you as like looking really good, happy, really put together. But again, it's like they would want you, but feel like you wouldn't want them. And almost this feeling of like, oh, just when I'm barely starting to get over pile two, and then here I go and I run into them and see them, and then it just all goes out the window again. We do have the Ace of Cups here, but it is in the reverse. So again, it's this feeling of like them saying to themselves like, oh, pile two wouldn't want me, or pile two wouldn't want to talk to me right now. And it's like they're too busy. It's almost like they see you as somebody that's like too busy to have time for them, like you've moved on and just don't have time to entertain them or to talk to them or to argue with them and that type of thing. But I do feel like this is somebody that was affected by your breakup, or you leaving them. It's like they were very affected by it, but it's almost like they've already started to kind of, you know slowly but surely get there. And but then it's like if they saw you, that's kind of just like they're like, oh, here I go again. Here I go again. So very interesting with that. It's like the total opposite of pile one. um let's see what else. Yeah, so I do feel like them seeing you, like, let's say again at the store in the produce section buying your peaches. And again, I felt like somebody losing weight. So maybe they would look at you as like, wow, you look so good. You've lost some weight. Like, you look so much better. You look healthier. You look good to them. Like, you would look good to them. I'm also getting like your hair. So maybe you changed your hair color, or, they would like see different changes in you that would make you even more beautiful in their eyes, because I do feel like this is somebody that does see you as somebody beautiful, because again, they're seeing you from their heart, they're seeing you from this like loving space, and seeing you kind of looking this way. It's like they're like, wow, pile two looks even more beautiful, they even look more attractive now. Let's get you some cards. Let's get you from my vegetables deck here. What is this? What is this? I don't know what kind of vegetable this is. Doesn't look like no vegetable. So then we do have the three of diamonds in the reverse on the bottom. Okay. This is somebody that might still talk to your friends, or you might still have like friends in common with this person. So, you know, they have got updates on you, maybe from these friends, from other people, but they hadn't seen you. And then it's like for them to see you at the store, getting your peaches, getting your produce, right? They would really like, I feel like they would want to touch you too. So maybe go up to you, give you a hug, you know, how you been, that type of thing. Because pile one, they just kind of wanted to avoid eye contact with them. And as for you, I feel like they would want to actually interact with you and like touch you is what I'm getting. So maybe give you a hug. And then we have a lemon here. Look, with the four of spades. We have a lemon. Oh my gosh. This person could have had some sour feelings over this situation too. I feel again like being sad. Needing to heal, having to do some healing. And again, it's almost like when this person felt like they were doing that healing, like when they were progressing, and then seeing you would be like, oh, I'm just falling apart again. It's almost like time, because I'm seeing an hourglass, so it's almost like time would stop, or time would restart for this person or something like that, because I'm seeing an hourglass, like one of those big hourglasses is what I'm seeing. So it's almost like time hadn't passed for this person, or how they feel. Let me get two more, please. Oh, okay. We have another three here. We have the three of clubs with these little green onions. It's like they're waiting. Oh my gosh. And then we have the ace of spades here with this. This isn't a vegetable. This is a bone, right? What the heck? So yeah, it's almost like throw me a bone. I heard like almost like throw me a bone, like talk to me. And then here with this three of clubs here with these little green onions, yeah, it's like they're waiting. They would be waiting to approach you, or for you to approach them, or to make eye contact. But I do feel like they would definitely want to talk to you and, like I said, touch you, hug you, whatever. I do feel like they would want to approach you. And here with this bone, again, it's almost kind of like throw me a bone. And this is communication too. This is the card of communication. So they, again, they would definitely want to talk to you. They would definitely want to talk to you and spend time with you. Very interesting. Okay, let me go ahead and get you three of these cards here. Okay. I don't want to make this reading too long. I just want to see how they would first think of seeing you. Okay. We have 31 breaking down to a 4 with self-indulgence. Focus on self and self-worth. Time to heal, shadow work, and self-appreciation. Yeah, so I do feel like this person, again, it's like they've been in that healing stage, needing to heal. And they're like, okay, I've been giving myself time to do shadow work and to heal. Because again, there was like problems here where there was maybe arguments and these emotions of like sadness and anger and all these things. And you were like, I can't do it. So here with the self-indulge, maybe this person started self-indulging. Maybe they picked up weight, or something like that, or lost weight. Because again, here with this cards here at the beginning, I feel like they're looking at you like you look good, like maybe you lost weight, right? And maybe they're the ones that feel like they've self-indulged and overeating or something like that. And then we have 77 here with hello. Oh my gosh. Okay, distant, distracted, and deep in thought. That's exactly how they would be. Yes. Detached, aloof, not feeling it. Find answers in music. So again, I feel like they would want to talk to you, but they would feel like maybe you wouldn't want to, or it's almost like they would be kind of like, should I not? I want to, should I not? Almost like I'm getting that feeling like when you're going to play double dutch and you're going to jump in and you're like, now, no, yes, now. And you're kind of like playing in your head. Do I jump in now or do I, not? So it's kind of like that. Do I jump in now? Do I do it? No, yes, no. So this hello here makes me definitely feel like they would want to talk to you, but they're like, is this the right moment? Should I? Or should I wait till they get all their peaches? Should I wait till they're at the checkout, or should I wait till they leave the store? Like, it's kind of like, oh, what should I do? Okay. Got 2 cards. Okay. We have 23 breaking down to a 5. Changes, choices, and challenges. We have bride here. Okay, wife, partner, interested in love of a lifetime, wedding or event, a commitment or advancement. Oh my gosh, yes, I do feel like, okay, then with the chariot here, which is Cancer energy, which is like the mother, the caretaker, the nurturer, and I definitely do feel like this person wanted that with you. If I don't know, maybe they might be a Cancer or a water sign, but I do definitely feel like this is the, oh, excuse me, look at that. It fell. Hold on. Like, this is the energy. Oh, give me 1 second. Hold on. Okay, sorry about that. I don't know. It just, camera fell. But anyways, and it is number 23, right? Breaking down to a 5, changes, choices, and challenges. So this person would definitely want you to be their partner. It says wife, partner. Okay, love of a lifetime. So yeah, this person definitely does feel like you were that to them, or they wanted you to be that, right? And again, I do feel like they would want another chance. Like, they would feel like this isn't over, And then we have 126, okay? Breaks down to a 9 with gratuity. 9 is the number of completion. Being gracious, abundant mindset, high frequency, positivity, attracting what you want. So I feel like this person is probably calling you in, right? Or just feeling like this isn't over, right? With the world here in the reverse, like, this person's like, yeah, pile two's moved on, but it's not over. Like, I feel it. I'm calling it in. I'm manifesting it. I'm whatever. Like, I'm not done here. Even though we do have the number of completion, it says with gratuity, this person is like, no, no, no. I know we're gonna get back together. Like, I know this is in the works. Okay, so let me go ahead and get 3 from my dream discernment deck. Pile 2. Pile 2. Let's get 3, please. Oop. And we have 72 breaking down to a 9. 9 again, the number of completion with funeral. What huge changes in your life do you need to accept and acknowledge? Oh my goodness. So this person has not accepted that this is over, because we do have the world here in the reverse, and this person's like, no, no, no. We're maybe on break, right? We're on this long break. Or, we'll get back together in time, because, maybe this person does have the feeling like, yeah, later on down the road, you'll see each other, and reconnect again, and be together again, right? Yeah, I do feel like this person has not let go. Okay, and then we have 80 breaking down to an 8 with stars. Are your friends with you in sorrow or just during happy times in life? Very interesting, because like I said, I feel like you and this person have friends in common, and maybe they tell this person how sad they feel, how they're heartbroken, how, they miss you and stuff like that. So these are the friends, like, are they with them in sorrow? These are the friends that are probably also like telling them how you're doing, what's going on with you, what changes are in your life. So I do feel like they are telling these people, like, how they're feeling, and also kind of like hearing from them what's going on with you. Okay. Let me get 1 more, please. Okay. And we have 13 breaking down to a 4 with broom. Who in your life brings negative energy that you need to remove soon? 13 breaking down to a 4. 4 is the number of stability. It is also 4th house, which is Cancer's house. And again, I do feel heavy Cancer energy. I feel Cancer with this, like, broken heart, right? Doesn't have to be a Cancer, but I'm feeling that somebody like that feels that deep emotion, like the water signs, that, that you remove from your life, because again, we do have the Five of Wands here. And it's like, you were probably like, I don't want to fight. I don't want to deal with this. I don't want this negativity. Maybe this person was very jealous too, because we do have the Five of Cups next to it. That is Scorpio energy. Again, water, right? And it's in the reverse. So maybe this person was very like jealous, or didn't want you talking to other people, or you know what I mean? Or thought, that you were going to flirt or cheat or go out or whatever. And you were like, I'm not trying to do this. I'm not trying to have this energy. So I do feel like maybe there was conflict about that. And that with the broom here, we did clean the energy out. We did remove the person, so that, that's probably what happened here. Okay. All right. Well, that's all I have for you, pile two. I hope this message resonates, and I'll talk to you later. Bye. Hi. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, for those of you who chose pile number three, the pumpkin, I always like to associate the piles with an element. And so, for this pile, I've associated it with earth. So, you could be a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, or this person could be one of these earth signs. Okay. I do have some cards pulled here for you. We're going to pull a few more as we go along. I don't want to make this reading too long. So your first card here is the Emperor in the reverse, Aries energy. I do feel like this person, I definitely do feel a lot of fire here too. Actually, I feel a lot of fire with this person. So they might be a fire sign, or you might be the fire sign. But I'm feeling with this person, if they saw you like for the first time in a long time, I honestly feel like they would want to say some things that aren't that nice. Okay, I feel like like somehow this person would almost want to like take charge of going up to you and saying something, but at the same time I feel like they wouldn't want to. We have the eight of chalices here, and I do feel like they would rather just walk away, because they're like, oh, if I go up to pile number three, I'm gonna say some stuff to them. So like they feel like they would definitely tell you a thing or two if they went up to you, if they saw you and went up to you. So I feel it's more like they'd be like, now, you know what, I'm just gonna keep on walking past the produce, past the pumpkin section, and not say anything to pile three, because if I do, I'm going to go off. So I do feel like this person has kind of almost like a domineering energy about them. We do have the Five of Swords here. So I do feel like this person could have been lying, could have been cheating, manipulative with how they said things, maybe gaslighting you, or saying it's not how it looks, like that type of energy, right? But I do feel like this person did hurt you. They did break your heart. We do have the Queen of Cups, we have the Four of Wands, we have the Three of Swords in the reverse, and I think this is the King of Cups, right? Yeah, we have the King of Cups in the reverse. We have the King of Cups in the reverse. We have the Queen of Cups. We have the Four of Wands, and we have the Three of Swords over here. So there's some heartbreak here. There is some betrayal. This person could have put you in a third party situation, or they could have said that you put them in a third party situation, right? Because I do feel like, again, this person would want to go up to you and tell you off. They'd want to say some things. So maybe they'd see you with like your new person or another person, and they'd want to tell you off, or you know what I mean? But there's something like that where I feel like this person would want to come up to you and get some things off their chest. So not so nice things, not so nice things that they would want to say to you. Okay, it's almost like if they did see you, they'd see you with someone else, because we do have the Four of Wands here, and they would see you happy, and they'd see you happy with somebody else. So it's almost like they would want to be like, oh, you're going to be happy with someone else, but you were miserable with me, or something like that. We do have Temperance here, and it is about balance, right? It is Sagittarius energy, again, fire. And again, the Sagittarius is, and I'm a Sagittarius, so. But Sagittarius says, people always say that Sagittarius are like so blunt, and Sagittarius always says, well, I just say what everybody else is thinking. It's like, well, yeah, but you don't gotta say it. Shush, shh, shh, Sagittarius. So I do feel like this person would want to say some things, that they're thinking, that they want to get off their chest, tell you, give you a piece of their mind, basically. Okay, so I definitely do feel like this person would want to give you a piece of their mind. So either like you broke their heart or they broke your heart, but I also, again, I feel like third party situation. and this person wanting to say some stuff to you because maybe you put them on blast or they put you on blast or something here. But this is not a very this wouldn't be a warm fuzzy reunion. You know. Okay, let me go ahead and get you some cards from my vegetables deck. What the heck is this? I'm like, this ain't a vegetable. Yeah, that's a mushroom. We have the queen of spades. Look at that. And it's in the reverse. Oh my gosh. Somebody would definitely want to talk some sheesh. Okay. Yeah, there wouldn't be an exchange of nice words here. Definitely not a nice exchange here. But again, we do have the Eight of Chalices and Temperance right underneath it. So I feel almost like this person saw you at the grocery store picking out your pumpkins for Halloween, for the fall, you know, for the fall season, for the festivities, for decorating, that type of thing. And they saw you picking out your pumpkin and they're like, you know what? I'm just going to go on the other side of the store, get what I need and get out of here. Because if I go up to pile number 3, I'm going to say some stuff. So I'd rather just walk away. So I kind of get that feeling that they're going to be like, now you know what? Let me just go the other way, turn the other cheek, because if not, I'm going to say some things that pile 3 is not going to want to hear. Okay, and that's what I am getting the feeling here. So maybe you put them in a third party, and they would want to, you know, tell you some things, because we over here we have the 5 of Swords, and over here we have the 3 of Swords. So I do feel a lot of like deception, betrayal, you know, just a dishonesty here. There was a lot of dishonesty here. Okay, and we have the Page of Cups here with this cheeseburger. It's in the reverse. Very interesting. The cheeseburger is in the reverse for the Page of Cups. Did I say Pentacles? I meant the Page of Cups. Water. Oh, shoot. Hold on. Oh, these cards. It's a lot of cards. Hold on. Okay. And, okay. All right. Oh, we have a lot of clubs. Okay. So we have the 4 of Clubs. It's an egg. Look at that. And this is, it comes out twice here as confirmation. So again, it's like they would see you start a new beginning, because the eggs are about a new beginning. You know, this is like a renewal of your new beginning, right? So it's almost like them seeing you have this new beginning with somebody else. So maybe they would see you at the store, you know, and then it's next to the Queen of Cups, seeing next to somebody you love, your new person or whatever. They would definitely feel like pissed off over that. And then we do have the 6 of Clubs in the reverse. Okay, yeah, did not work out. And then we have the 7 of Clubs with the carrots here. Wow, so we have 4, 6, and 7. Okay, we have 4, 6, and 7 here, and it's all clubs, difficulties, arguments. And I, again, here with this 7 of Clubs here, I feel like this person again would want to say some stuff to you. It's almost like they'd want to, I don't know, like say something about like their reputation or your reputation. It's almost like, again, I feel with this Emperor in reverse, it's almost like they're going to be like, oh, you're not going to ruin my reputation. I heard what you said to this and that person about me. I'm going to tell them about you and this person here at the store with you or whatever. So I feel it's almost like there's also a thing about like their reputation, and almost them feeling like, oh, you're trying to mess with my reputation or say things about me, you know. Especially here with this Page of Cups in the reverse, with that cheeseburger in the reverse. Yep. I also feel like maybe they feel like you moved on too fast from them, or again, maybe you put, or they feel like, oh, I knew you were cheating and this is who you're cheating with, or you know what I mean? There's something there where they want to like confront something here. So again, it's almost also like they're saying, do I confront pile 3 and say something here in the pumpkin decoration section, or do I just go the other way. So it's almost like they're trying to be like, well, which one do I do? You know, do I make a scene here at the store, or do I just walk away and screw it? You know, so they would see you and almost kind of be like, kind of wondering that to themselves in their head, like, what do I do? You might even have a child or children with this person. You could have been with them, or you just could have been with them like a long time. Okay, let me get 3 of these, please. Could have been with them 4 years, is what I'm getting for some people. And we have boat here. What number is on boat? Number 2 with boat. Receiving what you need, progression, arriving, moving on, closure issues. Wow. And the number 2 is the number of partnerships. And with the boat, it moves, right? It sails. And then here with this 5, what is this? The 5 of Swords. Yeah. 5 of Swords, 4 of Wands. Yeah, definitely this person, I feel like they would want to say something. Like they're going to be like, I'm not going to let it go. But again, almost like they're kind of thinking to themselves in their head, should I say something here or do I let it go? Do I walk away? But so we do have where it says moving on and closure issues. There are closure issues here. So there are some things that this person, again, wants to maybe give you a piece of their mind. And we have the chaser. Wow, 24 breaking down to a 6. Okay, it says chaser in codependent relationship. Fear of abandonment issues. Wow, so we have the chaser here. Maybe this person saw you as the chaser. Or you saw them as the chaser. But I do feel like almost them feeling like maybe they were chasing you, but at the same time you turned around and moved on pretty fast. Almost like the chase ended too quick for them, I guess. Okay. Let me get one more. That's too many. I'll just take the top one. The cheater story. Oh, are you kidding me? Card 100. The cheater story. Cheated on now or in the past. Trust issues. Triggered. Heal past hurts and change your future. Yeah. This person would feel triggered. Okay, that is the key word here we're going to say. This person would feel triggered if they saw you. After not seeing you in a long time, they will definitely feel triggered. There's definitely issues here that need to be healed. And again, it's kind of like just let it go, move on here with temperance, right? But this person's like, well, I'll let it go and move on after I say what I need to say. And we did have this one card here. It is 53, breaking down to an 8 with coffee cup. Okay, meeting and conversing, savoring the moment, feeling uplifted in friendship. Savoring the moment here makes me think like they would really want to say some things. They would savor that moment. But again, I do feel like they're like, do I say it or not? That coffee cup, right? It's that conversations, coffee cups, you know, you have conversations when you sit for coffee. And I feel like this person would be like, should I say it or do I just walk away and move on, you know? Wow. Let me get this one. This one wants to come out. And we have 48 with pig. Are you or someone being too stubborn and refusing to change? Oh my gosh, with the pig. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Are you or someone being too stubborn and refusing to change? This might be this person. Again, I do feel like they have an asshole energy, honestly. I mean, I don't know if you cheated on them or not, but I do feel like they have kind of like an asshole type energy, almost to where sometimes it's too much or it's like too pushy, and maybe they pushed you away. Maybe they pushed you to walk away and just move on, right? We have 86 here with Rooster. The rooster's been popping out a lot, right? And in these recent readings, it says, "Are you backing down too much when you should be asserting yourself?" Oh my goodness, this person wants to assert themselves, right? They want to be the rooster and say something. They definitely do want to be the rooster. And I did talk about the rooster in my Spirit Animal Sunday, where the rooster is like the main guy, who carries the what is it, the M60 in the military. They call him the rooster. He's the main guy, right? And so I do feel like this person, wants to feel like the main guy or the main gal, whatever, and they definitely do have some things to say. They want to assert themselves. Again, it's that Emperor in reverse energy. Oh, okay. We have 65 here with Tooth Fairy. Are you holding yourself back from expressing yourself? From freely expressing your This person's got some things to say. I'll tell you that. This person has a thing or two to say. Wow. Yeah. Especially here with the Tooth Fairy, right? Oh my gosh. And teeth to me are always Capricorn energy, which is an earth sign. Because you can always spot a Capricorn out in the street because they have beautiful teeth. They have a beautiful smile. So here with the Tooth Fairy, definitely Capricorn energy. Hmm. This does break down to the number two. Again, number two, the number of partnerships. Could be a Libra also, or dealing with a Libra. But this person definitely wants to say some things. Oof. Oof. Okay. All right, pile three. That's all I have for you. I hope this message resonates, and I'll talk to you later. Bye. Hi. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, for those of you who chose pile number four, the cabbage here, I always like to associate the piles with an element. And so for this pile, I've associated it with air. So you could be a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, or this person could be one of these air signs. I do have some cards pulled here for you, and we're going to pull a few more as we go along. So I feel like if you saw this person at the grocery store picking out your produce, your cabbage, after not seeing them for a long time, if they saw you, what would their first thought be? Their first thought would be to want to talk to you, but I feel like it's more to be nosy, to see kind of where you're at in life, to see what's going on with you. I do feel like this person would feel like this is almost like what's over with, like we're done and over with, like there's nothing there. And it's that they just basically would want to see like what's new with you or what you're going to tell them. It's more like being nosy is the feeling that I'm getting here. um oh, my nose is really itchy now with your pile. So I do feel like they would definitely want to talk to you, but it's more to kind of see how you're feeling, how you're doing, what's new with you, what's going on in your life, that type of thing here. We do have the Tower in the reverse as the last card, so I feel like, yeah, this person kind of sees is like, well, it's over with, it's done and over with, like this already happened, it's a done deal, whatever, like let's move on. So I do feel like it's not feelings of love, it's not feelings of hate like pile three. It was very defensive. So it's just kind of like whatever. The past is the past. What's done is done. Whatever. Like been there, done that type of energy is what I'm kind of feeling from this person. So we do have the Six of Pentacles here, and then we do have the Five of Swords in the reverse next to it. So again, I just feel like they would kind of maybe just want to catch up with you. Like, oh, what's new with you? What's going on? You still going to school? Oh, did you graduate? Oh, where are you working at now? Like, oh, yeah, you know what I mean? It's that type of thing that I feel like they would want to interact with you, just to see kind of where you've gone in life, because we do have the Two of Wands here, and I feel it's almost like again, just to see kind of what's been going on in your life, where have you gone, what choices did you make, what path did you take, that type of energy. I don't feel anything, negative or anything like loving or anything like that. It's just more like oh, so what's up, what have you been up to? We do have the Knight of Swords here in the reverse, air element, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And then we have, yeah, this is the Knight of Swords. I'm sorry. This is the Knight of Swords, and this is the Eight of Swords. They're both in the reverse. So again, I feel like this is like I've already left, I've already moved on, you've moved on, like we've already moved on, and it's just basically that type of thing. It's not too Maybe you didn't date this person for a long time too, this could have been you dated them a few months, a few days, a few weeks, whatever. You went out with them on one date, I don't know, something like that. It just seems like it's not like we weren't that serious, we weren't that connected. It's just kind of like we went out, okay, cool, it's over with. Hey, what's going on, what's up with you, like, what have you been up to? Maybe again, because I'm getting kind of like them wanting to ask you still going to school for that or whatever. Maybe you met them at school or when you were taking a class for something or something like that. But I do feel like this is something that maybe wasn't long term or serious. It was just, it was just maybe you went out with them shortly. Hmm. What else? What else do we have here? I feel like this person, I don't know why, but I'm getting like for some people, this person might even know your mom and they might be like, oh, I talked to your mom. I ran into your mom and she says you were doing this, this, and that, or you were living here and there, whatever, whatever. And so it might be just, again, just catching up because they're like, oh, yeah, I ran into your mom too, or I ran into whatever, your aunt, your uncle, whatever. And they told me, yeah, how's that going for you? Yeah, you still there? Oh, okay. So it's more like that type of just like short little quick, like, chit chat type energy. I'm not getting too much, honestly, from this. It's pretty clear. This one, pile four, is pretty clear. It's pretty like a cut and dry type of thing. It's not, feelings and attachments and that type of situation here. Hmm. Okay. They might have given you, what is, oh, there's a hair here. They might have given you something and they might be like, oh, do you still have it? Do you still have that bracelet I gave you? Oh, you still wear it? Or, oh, I see you're still wearing that um necklace I bought you. Oh, you still like it? Yeah, okay. Yeah, you know what I mean? There might be something they gave you and they might ask if you still have it or you still wear it or you still you like or something, right? But I feel like there's something they gave you and they might be wondering about that too. Okay, we have an apple here with the 7 of diamonds in the reverse. Interesting. Yeah, you've definitely moved on. Like there was not going to be a future here. So definitely here, especially with the apple. There might be a message for you in pile one, right? Because they had the apple. But yeah, I do feel with the 7 of diamonds in the reverse, like there wasn't going to be any future here. It was just like our time was up and we moved on. So again, it wasn't anything rooted or long term or anything we were like planning on getting married or anything like that. It was just kind of like we had our time and then that was it. Okay, what else can you tell me for pile four, please? Okay. And then we have the 4 of clubs in the reverse with the egg. Yeah, this wasn't going to be a like like the person of your dreams or you weren't the person of their dreams. It just wasn't that. It wasn't, a we were going to be happily ever after type of thing. Oh my gosh, what is it? Too many cards. So we have the 6 of clubs in the reverse. These are too many cards. So this is a lime, the fish, and the weenie. Okay. Well, all right. We have the fish and the weenie and the lime. Okay. Um do with that whatever you want. Okay, I don't know. However you want to think about it. But okay, so here with the 4 of clubs and the 6 of clubs in the reverse. Yeah, it wasn't going anywhere. Definitely could have been a Leo. This could have been a Leo or you could be a Leo. Um but it was more like, yeah, I'm just here for a good time, not a long time. So again, this could be somebody that maybe you went out with on a couple dates or something like that. Okay, and we have the 8 of spades in the reverse. We have the slice of cake. It's in the reverse again. It's like, yeah, we moved on. We had our cake and we ate it too. We had our cake and ate it. And then we moved on from it. So, okay, let me get you 3 of these. This is also somebody that could have different beliefs from you, like maybe they're in a different religion, or something about like their spiritual beliefs are different from you. So again, it wasn't like anything that was going to be like, oh, we're going to get engaged, we're going to get married. It was just like 2 people connected for whatever reasons you connected, and then it just like moved on from there. But you're definitely like 2 different type people, 2 different lives, it's just it's just, it wasn't anything that was like long term. Okay, we have the mall crawl with 42 breaking down to a 6. 6 again, moving on. Okay, out on the hunt, retail therapy, meeting at the mall. Okay, so maybe not meeting them in the produce section at the store, meeting them at the mall, right? Like running into them at the mall where you're doing your mall crawl. Meeting at the mall, pleasantly surprised and a happy find. See, that's exactly what I'm saying. It was like a pleasant surprise. It was like, oh, nice running into you, nice seeing you, nice just chatting with you. Like, take care, and take care, good seeing you, like that type of thing. Definitely, yeah, that's exactly what it is. Retail therapy. Maybe they like shopping or you like shopping. Okay, what is this? And we have 149, which breaks down to what, a 5 with trigger. Okay, it says overreaction, respond rather than react, avoid decisions based on fleeting emotions. Yeah, so it's like nobody being triggered, instead of like, again, instead of like having that response that's going to trigger you or make a decision that is like hasty. It's very cool. I feel like, the reaction is very like, oh, hey, how are you? There's nothing triggering here, nothing to get you or this person to overreact. I definitely feel like it's a very um calm, cool, and collected. Cool as a cucumber, right? Maybe you're buying your cucumbers. Okay. We have 98 with the hand of cards. Okay. Take a chance, risk, being strategic, options, not showing your hand, and gambling. And it is the ace of spades here. Okay. So with the ace of spades here, it's communication, but says being strategic, options, not showing your hand. So yeah, it's like catching up with this person, but you don't want to tell them every detail of your life, or they wouldn't want to be like, let me spill my guts to pile 4 about everything that I've been doing in my life, or everything that's been going on. It's more like a, hey, how are you? Nice catching up, chit chat, that type. See you later, nice running into you, that type of thing. It's not like, let's sit down and let's spill our guts to each other. It's not that type of thing. Like, it's just not that serious. I feel like whatever it was, it's over. Definitely feeling Gemini here. Gemini, Leo. Yeah, you and this person just you weren't a match. You didn't fit. It's almost like maybe even friends. I'm also getting like maybe even friends set you up to go together and you went out on a date or two, but you didn't vibe. You didn't match. It's like again, I feel like you and this person are so different from each other. It's like it just wasn't, it wasn't going to go anywhere. It could have even been like, almost like friend vibes. There's like, you probably went out with them a few times or once, whatever it was, but it was more like friend vibes, not like I want to be with this person or be intimate with this person. It was more like, yeah, I'll hang out with them. They're chill, whatever, like that type of energy. Okay, let me get 2 more, please. Too many. But I did see the hairbrush. It's like noticing all the little details. And yeah, seeing that you weren't a match for each other. It's not like that. It's not like everybody that it ends with, you have to hate each other, right? It could be like, well, we just didn't vibe. We weren't, suited for each other, whatever. Okay, so we have 98 here with unicorn. Are you ready to believe money is coming towards you for your good karma? Okay, so here with the unicorn, and for your good karma, again, I don't feel like you and this person had conflict or drama or all these issues. It was just like, whatever, like, we're cool. Like, so I do feel like there's positive things here for you and this person too. Okay, we have 26 breaking down 28 with turtle. What did your experiences teach you that you can pass on to others? Exactly. With the turtle here, yeah. What did this experience teach you that you can pass on to others? Again, it's not like you have to have drama or conflict or hate each other. And it's like, well, we just don't vibe like that. We don't, maybe as friends, maybe whatever, but that's it. Like, you don't have to say negative things about this person, or this person maybe doesn't have to say negative things about you. It was just like, we got together a few times, it was cool, hooked up, or we didn't, or it was more of a friend vibe, or whatever, and that's it. And then we have 77 here with traffic. Are you in a rut and setbacks keep you in a constant cycle? So also this person might be feeling like they're in a rut too. And again, I do feel like they would want to catch up with you and chit chat, but I don't feel like they would want to open up and tell you, oh my gosh, let me spill my guts and tell you all my setbacks. Let me tell you about all the bad luck that I've been had lately or whatever. I feel like they would just, this is something that they would maybe hold to themselves or with their friends or other people, but I don't think this is something like they would be sharing here with you about all the setbacks that they might be having in their life, things that are going on with them. It would be very like surface level conversations, very, how you been, how's the weather, where you live, like that type of thing. It wouldn't be anything deep with them. All right, pile 4, that's all I have for you. I hope this message resonates, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.